Hello, my dear friends, and welcome. My name is Vickie Hadge, and this is Even So It Is Well. On my channel, I share my thoughts on living well with chronic illness. This does not mean that my thoughts are medical advice, and it also does not mean that my thoughts are necessarily going to agree with your thoughts. It just means that I'm thoughtful. And today, I'm going to be sharing my opinions. These are my opinions on how living with MS doesn't always suck. And you may disagree with them. If you would like to respectfully disagree with my opinions, I am completely open to thoughtful dialogue. Go ahead and put your comments below. But please be kind and polite. If you can't do this, your comments will be removed post-haste, I promise. Since my diagnosis, I've learned a lot, mostly about myself. I have always been a glasses half full of Prosecco and refillable kind of girl. So today I'm going to share my top 10 reasons why having MS is not all bad. I know, crazy, right? Number 1, I am healthier than I have ever been. I know what you're saying, but Vickie, you have a progressive, degenerative, incurable disease. Yeah, that's true. And yeah, it does suck. But having MS drove me to look at how I could help my body deal with this condition, and it turns out there's quite a bit. I decided to follow the Overcoming MS program, which is a 7-step program of diet, lifestyle, and medication when needed. I now eat a whole food plant-based diet, make sure I get plenty of vitamin D, exercise more, meditate more, take my medication, help educate my family members to reduce their risk, and do whatever it takes to live well with my MS. And I will put a link to the evidence-based OMS program in the description below so you can check it out. Number 2, the support I receive from friends and family. I've never felt more loved and taken care of. The network of people that have reached out to offer to help, spoken a kind word, and given me encouragement has been so touching. All of this has been key to my success at living well with my MS. A special shout out goes to my immediate family. They get to see me at my worst and are always there for me through the frustration, fear, pain, and when I'm not such a delightful person to be with. And my tribe, that inner circle of friends where you can be your authentic self with, they have cheered me on, cried with me, gotten drunk with me, and picked up the pieces when I fell to pieces. Find your tribe and keep them close. They can be a godsend. Number 3, new friends. Through this diagnosis, I have met some amazing people. I'm so grateful to the people that inspire me daily. Meeting people with MS or other chronic conditions and seeing how they're doing with their diagnosis has been beyond helpful to me. The saying goes, birds of a feather flock together. And there's another saying that says, MS, you won't get it until you get it. It is very hard to communicate to others that don't have MS exactly what it feels like physically and emotionally. And having friends that have it and get it can be very helpful. We share stories of symptom management, medications, diet and lifestyle, and successes all along the way. I encourage you to find your local or online support groups. You may need to try a few before you find one that works for you. When I was first diagnosed, I visited quite a few. Did you know that there's a website that can help you find local events and scheduled support group meetings? It's called MS Go, and I will put a link in the description below where you can go and search by your location. There's also the Overcoming MS Circles, and I'll put a link to that below as well, where you can search for a circle near you. Number 4, all the new medications. Depending where in the world you are, there are over 20 disease-modifying treatments available. 20! And there are up to 65 drugs that can treat MS symptoms. I will put another link in the description below if you'd like to check those out. The first disease-modifying treatment was only approved in 1993, so we've come a long way in a short period of time. There's ongoing research as well into disease-modifying treatments and possibly reversing some of the effects of this disease. Taking DMTs is an incredibly personal decision, and we all need to look at the risks and benefits associated with it before deciding on which one we're going to take, if any. Work with your neurologist and health team to determine which one is best for you. Number 5, perspective. I have a new appreciation for the simple things. On May 25th, 2017, I was diagnosed and my world stopped. Even though I thought I had MS, it was still a shock to hear, "You have MS." As the shock wore off and I started doing some reflection, I had a shift in my priorities. It's amazing how having a progressive, degenerative, incurable disease can shift your priorities. I started to appreciate all the little things in my life and started letting go of the things that didn't bring me joy, or at least gave them less of my time and energy. I savor the time with my family and friends doing everyday things, eating a meal together, going for walks. One of my favorite things to do is visit our local vineyard on Friday evenings with a picnic dinner. We sit with friends, listen to live music, and enjoy a bottle of wine. Being outside with good company in a beautiful setting, eating delicious and nutritious food, enjoying a glass of wine and live music, does it really get any better? Number 6, YouTube. Like many people, one of the first things I did when I was diagnosed was to start researching. On YouTube, I found valuable MS information, other MSers, and MS neurologists. I never thought I would say this, but I have favorite neurologists. I do. 2 of my favorites are Dr. Aaron Boster and Dr. Brandon Bieber, and I will put links to their channels up above and in the description below. I often find that when I leave my annual appointment, I either didn't have time to ask all my questions, forgot to ask a question, or forgot the answer to the question that I had already asked. These 2 YouTube channels have a wealth of information, and you can search by topic. Number 7, meditation. I know I mentioned it earlier, but I have to tell you, this has been such a gift. Learning how to live in the moment has been key to my mental well-being. Did you know that upwards of 50% of MS patients suffer from depression? Shortly after my diagnosis, I took an 8-week mindfulness-based stress reduction class and learned so much about the techniques of meditation and about myself. It ended with a full-day silent retreat. I was really nervous about this. A full day with only my own thoughts, it sounded pretty intense. We were instructed to not even look at one another during the day, not even at lunch. But luckily, we were led by an amazing instructor, and it was a fantastic day. In fact, I had a difficult time coming out of silence. I wanted to remain in that peaceful and present state. Number 8, diet. Feeding my body the most nourishing food to keep it as happy and healthy as possible has been such a great adventure. I decided to commit to a whole food plant-based diet, and in doing this, I also decided to get a certificate in plant-based nutrition. I now feel empowered to make the best food choices possible to support my body. Our bodies really want to be healthy, and giving them the most nutritious food possible gives them the building blocks to do this. I've also expanded the number of foods that I eat. Many times when people find out I'm whole food plant-based, they say, "What do you eat?" They mistakenly think I've had to cut out so much from my diet, when in truth, I eat a more varied diet now than I ever did before. Did you know that there's over 20,000 kinds of edible plants out there? I haven't even made a dent in that yet. I love to experiment with new recipes, and sometimes I even share them with you here. Check out my playlist on easy, nutritious, low-cost recipes. Number 9, MS has taught me how to prioritize. Yup, I've now learned how to prioritize what is important to me, and even better, what isn't. I have long been a people pleaser, and I still am to some extent, but I'm no longer willing to sacrifice my own health and well-being because I'm hoping to appease someone or not rock the boat. No is a complete sentence and a sacred word. I still don't like to rock the boat, but I've become quite skilled at saying no thank you or goodbye to situations or people who are not good for me. I wish them well and send them on their way. And the 10th way that MS doesn't always suck is in the ways that it's changed my life for the better. I'm so much more in tune with my body, and what a gift it is to have the function that I still have. I try not to dwell on what I've lost and worry about what might happen in the future. Living in the present moment is a nice place to be. To quote one of my dearest friends, this does not suck. The question of the day is, how do your health challenges not suck? What has changed for the better in your life since your diagnosis? I would love for the comments section to be filled by this community of ways of living with chronic illness that doesn't suck. If you enjoy content about diet and lifestyle choices that can help you live better with chronic illness, or information about the studies that I'm currently reading, or you just enjoy hearing about my thoughts, please subscribe and ring the notification bell so you don't miss any of my upcoming videos. And if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, the icon underneath the video. This helps my channel and helps others to find it. Until next time, my friends, be well.